Do you know that South African prison is actually better than Nigeria?
Yeah, hello haters. You put us in prison and you think we are suffering. No, my brother, we are doing extremely fine. Look how happy we are. And this morning we had breakfast. And in the afternoon we had lunch. And we had the supper.
Bread and eggs are apparently not food. Getting beef once a week is apparently not enough when there are people outside who don't even know what that tastes like and they are law abiding.
We're dealing here with a case of one arrest for now, a Zimbabwean who is undocumented, illegally in South Africa.
Our warnings to South Africa about Zimbabwe's economic and political crisis were ignored, so say Zimbabwe labor unions, civic society groups, as well as human rights activists. And now this has resulted in thousands of Zimbabweans flocking into neighboring South Africa and Botswana in search of jobs and better.
Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Uncle Pete with another episode of Uncle Pete's podcast. Yo, guys, it's getting serious. Guys, please go check out this video on Burkina Faso. It's extremely important. Burkina Faso is going through the most right now, and they really need the voice of Africa. I want, before any video, before I say anything, to please beg, guys, you don't need to go fight the war, but don't let our voices be silenced for Burkina Faso. What America is doing, come on, guys, we can't allow this bullying, man. Enough is enough. You see, the problem is that Europeans, they don't respect us Africans because we don't respect ourselves. And worst of all, we don't respect each other. You know, we need to start being honest with each other, black people. We don't trust each other. That's why in life, we do our best to become better, to go to Europe or to live in white neighborhoods, or to, you know, nobody, no black person, when they start getting successful, they start thinking of going back to the castes or going back. No, we run away from each other, and this is because of the things that we are doing in each other's countries. You know, guys, when I defend South Africa, I defend South Africa because it's the only country. I don't know about other countries, Egypt or Morocco, whatever. No, I live in South Africa. And I have experiences of most of the Western countries, the Nigerians, the Congos. I know these people. So, because I reside in this country and I know the laws and the rules of our countries and how our countries function and how our systems are, it's extremely important to protect something that is good. Good people need to start speaking out. Guys, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. Please like this video. Guys, share the video so that the message gets out there. And don't forget to interact with me, guys. I do read all the comments and interact with every single person. And thank you to all the donors. Guys, I appreciate it. And guys, look, we're getting euros, man. That's euro, right? Is that a dollar or euro? Thank you very much for the support, guys. I appreciate it. When I speak about foreigners and expose foreigners, I am doing so that the good ones can speak out. The good Zimbabweans can speak out. I've got Zimbabwean friends. I'm single. I've gone on dates with Zimbabweans. I love Zimbabwean women. They're beautiful, they're intelligent, they're polite, they're respectable. But the truth doesn't get silenced just because I've got Zimbabwean friends. The truth doesn't get silenced just because I'm Angolan. Guys, if you catch Angolans doing nonsense, you got videos, you got evidence, you got receipts, bring them. Me, I cook. Because this nonsense needs to stop.
Our warnings to South Africa about Zimbabwe's economic and political crisis were ignored, so say Zimbabwe labor unions, civic society groups, as well as human rights activists. And now this has resulted in thousands of Zimbabweans flocking into neighboring South Africa and Botswana in search of jobs and better lives.
They were warned by South Africa, but they ignored. But yet today they blame South Africa for the problems they have. Yes, South Africa warned them.
More than 89,000 illegal immigrants have already been arrested for deportation. ENCA's Zimbabwe correspondent Pindai Dube has got this report for us.
Zimbabwe police say in a joint operation with South African police and Botswana, more than 80,000 Zimbabwe illegal immigrants were arrested or deported in the past few weeks. 4 others drowned.
89,000. And you know what's the worst thing about this? We all know. They just come back. They just come right back into the country. And how do they do this?
So you're selling days, no? Yeah? You're taking people to the border to go buy days. People who don't have passports.
Self-repatriation.
It's not self-repatriation. No.
Why?
Corruption. It is. That's what you're doing.
You see, I'm working here. No, I just don't the pass. I'm not even going there.
But you know it's illegal what you're doing.
All these buses, they're doing the same.
Just because they're doing it, it doesn't mean it's right.
All these buses are doing the same. Guys, this is carte blanche. And carte blanche is exposing this. What about me, a small YouTuber with a mere 5,000 something subscribers? Who's going to listen to me? Today, apparently there was a national shutdown. The world is perfectly fine. As far as I'm concerned, everything is moving okay. Why are people no longer wasting their time doing national shutdown or fighting for things that are right? Because the government is doing absolutely nothing. We, the ordinary people, keep striking, keep voicing ourselves, but nobody's listening to us. And we are the ones who have to suffer this. And you know what's the worst part about this? When I speak this, it is because when these foreigners come into South Africa, instead of coming here looking for a better life and do it in the right way, these are the things they are doing. Breaking news. South African Police Service arrested an illegal Zimbabwean and recovered 7 stolen and hijacked vehicles at a chop shop in Marabastad, Pretoria. And here are the pictures. They're chopping engines, chopping the cars for sale. Breaking news, 5 Zimbabwean suspects who bombed a G4S cash van in Benoni were arrested at a safe house. Police recovered an AK-47, 2 vehicles and 2 magazines, and both vehicles tested positive for 2 separate cases in Honeydew and Brooklyn. 2 Zimbabwean nationals arrested in Johannesburg CBD. They were caught red-handed stealing cables and underground. Stealing cables underground. And there's the picture of the cables they were stealing, causing load shedding, causing disruptions on people's works and people's livelihoods. Zimbabweans. So now when I speak these things out, those Zimbabweans, just like the Nigerians who attacked me, are you defending this type of behavior? Do you not realize that these people and the behaviors is what is causing South Africans now to generalize and hate all Zimbabweans? Because if now you're going to say, no, the problem is you must blame the South African Police Service, you must blame them. The South African Police Service is aware of this.
We're dealing here with a case of 1 arrest for now, a Zimbabwean who is undocumented, illegally in South Africa, carrying an illegal firearm, and we're checking it. And we're questioning 2. We will then return to you with information in one way or the other. This incident has not affected just yourselves as families. It has affected the whole of the country. And we will reach you out or reach out to you in terms of progress.
Now, guys, for those of you who don't understand, the Zimbabwean arrested after 6 kills in Shoshonguve. The taxpayer, the reason why my title is what it is because it's the taxpayers' money that the police are using to do these investigations. And you know what is the worst part about all this? This is where it even annoys me more. That's why the title is what it is. Because when they get arrested, the enjoyment.
Yeah, hello haters. You put us in prison and you think we are suffering. No, my brother, we are doing extremely fine. Look how happy we are. This morning we had breakfast. And in the afternoon we had lunch. And we had the supper. And we are about to have dinner, my bro. We are doing extremely fine. We are not even suffering at all. We are happy. And look here, we are not even paying rent. No. We are not buying electricity. No. Nothing, my brother. We don't even cook food. They give us food for free. We don't even cook. No. Yeah, the difference is the same, my brother. No, we are not. No, my brother. We don't need toiletries. We give for free. And the education is going to be free in prison. We're not suffering. We're not suffering. If you think we are suffering, no, my brother. You are wrong. Yeah, you're wrong.
And that is the truth. The truth is these people are very happy in prison. They're not suffering at all. Because in South Africa, it's a country of law. That's why when people mock South Africa about 350 grants and this, and then they come to South Africa, they realize.
Do you know that South African prison is actually better than Nigeria? South African Correctional Service prison is more clean than Lagos and Abuja. Get chill, I'm telling you the truth. That is why when South African people go to prison, they come out more healthy and more fresh. I don't know why they don't like going to prison.
I don't know why they don't like going to prison. Guys, sending these foreigners to prison is not punishing them. It is not punishing them. Because they know, yeah, it's a country of law. They've got internet, they got food. We've all seen what happens in prison there. It is not what everybody thinks. Maybe there's, I don't know, people. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Because in the end of the day, these people are entering into the country in large numbers, and they don't care. Because they know, yes, South Africa are umnand. The prisons here, umnand.
Bread and eggs are apparently not food. Getting beef once a week is apparently not enough when there are people outside who don't even know what that tastes like and they are law abiding.
Yeah, and they're still getting the protein, but it's been reduced.
Yes.
Okay, and then mixed with other stuff.
Exactly.
Like beans and soy and stuff like that.
It's not that they said no more. So they're complaining because you used to get red meat 4 times a week. Now you're getting it once a week. You're getting it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be comfortable.
They used to get red meat 4 times a week. They used to get chicken 3 times a week. They used to get fish 2 times a week. Pork 3 times a week. But wait, listen. I know people who do not even eat like this and they've never committed a single crime in their life. These are prisoners in South Africa. These are prisoners in South Africa. So you see, sometimes when you start insulting a specific nation, you have to ask yourself, are you really informed? Are you really informed? Guys, people are not japaring into South Africa for the sake of japaring. Zimbabweans are not doing what they are doing just for the sake of doing it. South Africa is heaven. And right now, it's in a lot of danger. Every 4 corners, there is fire. And those of us that love this land need to stand together. Please, guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe, like this video, please share it with your friends and family. Show me some love, interact, and if you want to show some love to the channel, I appreciate it. Or super thank the channel. I'm your boy Uncle P. And honestly, guys, the way we are feeding this, maybe let's watch the rest of this video.
You are incarcerated for a reason.
Yeah.
You've committed a crime and you have to be rehabilitated. So things can't be that normal. And from what we've seen before, sometimes we wonder. Some people say, you go to prison, as that young man said, because you're going to get a meal.
You live nicely, yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to have all this. But that's not the attitude we should be having. The new plan still has those proteins.
It does. It does. The question is, when's they? Yeah. Also, secondly, do you think ukuthi labantu that you've hurt, for whatever you're serving for in prison, what they are eating? Yeah. Are they eating?
And we added dry beans, 2 servings, eggs, 2 servings, soya, 1 serving, and chicken giblets, 1 serving. But for these guys, they're eating in prison, eh? To think there are people here, law-abiding. Sometimes they don't even have a loaf of bread. To think we have homeless children. We have homeless children in the streets that have committed no crime. And these guys... Anyways, let me hear you guys in the comments. They're going to call me a hater. They're going to say this foreigner, this is also a foreigner himself. But guys, just act right, do right. And it's going to be all right, man. I'm your boy Uncle P, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Cheers.